Hey guys, Tony here, CCxRC. We've got something cool on the bench for you again. It's Star Wars Mania time right now on the channel. Lots of cool new RCs coming out. So we've got the TIE Fighter on the bench. You can see over here, we've got the speeder bike that we just did a review on and some flight footage outdoors. Looks super sick. Taking off the prop guards on that is going to make it look even better. There's just 2 screws that hold those on. But today we're looking at, like I said, only available at Target. This is the TIE Fighter. What's cool about this is it's got a battle display system. So there's an X-Wing that's available. I saw one of the kits that was an X-Wing and Death Star that hovers and you kind of shoot it with the X-Wing. Well, you can also do a battle between the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter using this battle system. We're not going to be able to look at that, unfortunately, but we are going to get this out. We're going to see what's in the box. We're going to see how it flies. Before we go and unbox this thing, let's just take a little bit of a look at the packaging. What do we have? So it says that there's authentic lights and sound effects. It's battle ready for that game that I was mentioning. USB charging. That, I'm guessing, is through the remote control. It says it's gyro stabilized. And again, it mentions the authentic licensed sounds. They are very proud of that, apparently. 4-channel control. What kind of battery we have in here? So it's got a 3.7 volt, 350 milliamp LiPo battery. And it also requires 6 AA batteries that are not included. That's going to be to go in the controller because, again, I'm guessing that you can charge this via the remote control. But we're going to open it up now. We're going to take a look and see. Alrighty. It's my favorite part of these unboxings, getting it out of the package. Wow, it is tiny. Unlike the Millennium Falcon XL that took up the whole box, this thing has a lot of extra air and packaging room inside of the box. This one, surprisingly, out of all of them, is the one that comes with extra props in here. So here is the battle ready controller. It's got like a little targeting system, it looks like. So this is just a typical mini USB or micro USB. Goes to the controller, to a computer, or to a USB outlet in your wall to charge through your controller. Extra props. Itty bitty living space. And look at how small it is. You can palm it in your hand. So very, very small. Got all this cool stuff out of the box already, but I do want to point out that we will be having another unboxing here soon of this R2-D2 remote controlled interactive toy. Now this is the same company that made the, up there you can see the AT-AT or AT-AT walker. Don't fight about it, guys. Pronounce it how you want to. I say AT-AT because that's an ATST, so that to me would be an AT-AT. But that'll be a different video. Let's look at what we have in the package here. All right, so this is everything that comes in the box. You've got your controller, the TIE Fighter, USB, 4 extra propellers, which is a nice little addition that the other drones that they sell don't have, and the instruction manual that kind of explains and goes over how all of this works. From the controls, the mute button, throttle lever, whether it's charging, your trim controls. You've got fire laser trigger up on the top, which is cool. All right, so a quick look at the controller. We've got our fire button here. We've got trim adjustments for controlling the flight if it's drifting. We've got volume here and a power button. This fires the lasers back here, I guess, for the battle mode. And so that's it. The left one doesn't do anything. It's just a piece of plastic holding space. So that's that. We'll put the batteries into the bottom. Again, they've done a nice thing for us, and they've made it so that it's just a little button that pushes in to release instead of a screw. Here is the little guy. Look at how small that is. Very cool detailings on it, though. This is hollow to be able to let the air flow through, not catch drafts, breezes, stuff like that. This will probably only be an indoor flyer because it's so small and lightweight. The props are tiny. Got little laser here, on, off on the top. So we'll get a look at that because these usually come with enough power to be able to fly for a little bit out of the box, so we can get some test footage of that. Let's get some batteries in the controller and let's give it a test. All right, so it does have a little bit of a charge, but it never hurts to put a little bit more on before we take it up, and we'll do a size comparison. But while we do that, let's go ahead and charge this. So to charge it, we just pull the cable out of the controller here, and then we plug it in right on the top, like so. And as you can see, it is now flashing red here, and that means that it is charging. So we've got it all connected. We're going to go ahead and just lift up on the controller. The left one is the altitude, and get it to get a little bit of air. There we go. Get a little higher so you can see it. There it is. Whoop, out of frame. Very good control. The trim is off just a bit on mine. It's drifting to the right. So I'm going to push left on the trim controls. There we go. That kind of evened it out right there. We also have a little bit of a draft in the room because of the HVAC running, the air conditioning, and so that does actually have just a bit of enough to mess up our controls. Oh, into the shelf. Look at how cool that looks. Spin it around for you. Here we go. Very, lot of sensitive control, but you can get pretty good control of it. But I can definitely feel when I'm catching a draft. Here's a quick size comparison between the TIE Fighter and a couple of the other offerings from Hogs. So this was their mini Millennium Falcon that came out last year, which is still for sale. I really like this quadcopter. It's durable with the exo frame. You can see the paint on mine is peeling off a little bit, but I use this a lot. It gets beat up and it can handle quite a bit of abuse. This is the new speeder bike quadcopter drone that just came out on Friday, Force Friday of 2016. It's really an upgrade from this. Costs a little bit more, but the props are much bigger. It also has these prop guards, which are removable with 2 screws, and it just looks really cool flying through the air. The arms and the props aren't as noticeable when you take these prop guards off. I had them off, I put them back on for this video to show out of the box the size comparison. This has prop guards on it as well. So these prop guards are much more molded in. They'd snip off really easily if you do want to get rid of them for the look. But it looks like you might actually be able to take the props off, pull them off, and then be able to snap those off and out of place. So I'm going to leave them on for flying indoors. It's going to bang into things, and they do stick out of the front, and so it will offer some protection for the fun that I'll have in the house with it, which is one of the nice things about this, is that it is fully enclosed, doesn't need prop guards because all of the propellers are enclosed inside of the Falcon, and it looks really cool that way. All right, so a final review of the TIE Fighter by Hogs. It's a fun little quad to fly. I mean, it is tiny. When you really look at it and you put like your hand behind it and then below it, it is small. And so it's like a nano drone. A little bit bigger than that, but fun to fly. I think it's got pretty good control overall. You are riding the controls the entire time. So there's no like height lock or anything like that. The stabilization is pretty good. I think that flying it, once you get your trim set, and it's still not going to be perfect. I mean, these are small and lightweight, so even if you have like your HVAC on and it's blowing out the vents, you're going to get a little bit of the current in the room and it's going to kind of push it around. So you'll always be riding that controller, but that's okay. I mean, again, it's fun to fly. The only drawback, again, and I'm coming to this on a lot of them, is the price just doesn't seem to match what you're physically holding in your hand. So this is $90. Most of these small drones come in at under $50. Now I know that there's going to be licensing, and Star Wars fans are going to pay this to be able to fly a TIE Fighter. They have put some things in that sound like fun, like the battle that you can do with the little shooting. but I don't have other people to do that with, and so yeah, that's not an extra bonus for me, but yeah, it's a good flyer, I'll say that. If you want to spend $90 on it, I think you'll have fun with it. I would say get the Millennium Falcon, the small one, over this if you don't have it already. It's a little bit bigger. It handles well. It's got that rubberized frame that protects the props and all that. And it's a really enjoyable flight. And now you can get it for quite a bit cheaper because they're on sale with all these new ones coming out. This flies a lot better than the Millennium Falcon XL, that's for sure. You've got good control with this, as well as a speeder bike. So most of their drones so far I've really liked for the Star Wars series. Just that one XL that I can't get behind it, guys. These, again, the only thing is the cost is a bit steep. And so if you're not willing to pay that premium to have these Star Wars drones, then that's understandable. But I like them. I'm a big Star Wars nut, and I just enjoy having these and being able to fly them around the house. I think they look really cool, and they're great for videoing. So that's my quick take on it. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm Tony here, CCxRC. Have fun RCing, and we'll see you next time.